Most entrepreneurs don't really love the sound of the word discipline, but to build a really great organization, it has to be centered around discipline. Disciplined thought, which is your strategy. Disciplined action, which is your operations, and as well as sales and marketing. Consistent actions is usually the most critical factor that's missing in companies struggling to grow revenue. And then disciplined people. You need to have that discipline, and that discipline means consistent processes, consistent meeting schedules, disciplined way of communicating, a disciplined way of setting priorities within your organization, a disciplined way of making decisions.
Welcome to the Inside Forbes Councils podcast. Each episode shares transformative insights and advice from members of Forbes Councils, a group of invitation-only communities for successful executives and entrepreneurs. This is Inside Forbes Councils.
Hey everyone, this is Stephen Ganoza. Welcome to Inside Forbes Councils. Today we share some insights on how to scale a high-growth company that actually makes money, courtesy of Don Wenner, founder and CEO of DLP Real Estate Capital and a member of the Forbes Real Estate Council. Don is a leader in single and multifamily real estate, investment management, asset management, property management, construction, and private lending. But most of all, he's passionate about growing businesses and has developed his own sort of operating system, the DLP Elite Execution System.
My name is Don Wenner, and I'm the CEO founder at DLP Real Estate Capital, a family of real estate businesses that have been able to grow by over 60% every year for the past 14 years since I originally started the firm, making us one of the Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies in America for the last 7 or 8 years, and I should say 7 going on 8 years. And the reason I tell you all that is not to brag about myself, but to tell you about how we've been able to do that. And we've been able to do that by running our organization on an operating system called the Elite Execution System. And it's how we go about making sure we're scaling our organization, not only growing really fast, but growing really profitably. I believe in today's market, growing a business that's also profitable is sometimes lost, as a lot of the companies that people look towards and follow, these technology disruptors, grow large and fast, but they don't worry about making money. In some cases, they're actually intentionally growing a business that they know is losing money. And I don't believe that's the way to grow most businesses. That's certainly not the way I want to grow my businesses. I want to grow high growth, high profit businesses that are going to be able to endure real estate cycles, that are going to leave a legacy and last beyond me. And it's a hard thing to do. Growing a high growth, high profit business is hard, I think, for a lot of reasons, including the fact that there's so many experts out there. There's so much information out there. And there's so many parts to growing a great organization. And if you go out there and you listen to, focus on leadership, which is a huge important topic of growing an important business, and you focus all your time on building leadership in your organization, but you don't focus on the other areas, you're still not going to grow a high growth, high profit business. If you go out there and focus on marketing, or you focus on sales, or you focus on operations, or you focus on strategy, or you focus on building the world's greatest culture, all these things that are really important, but you do them in and of themselves, you're going to struggle to grow a high growth, high profit business. Because in order to grow a really great organization, you have to focus on what I consider to be the 4 quadrants of a great business at the same time. And those quadrants, the quadrants that make up the operating system we run, which is called the Elite Execution System, those quadrants are strategy, they are people, operations, and acceleration. And acceleration is marketing and sales working together. So if you grow and generate tons of leads, you ramp up your marketing, you have tons of leads coming in, but you don't have the salespeople, or you don't have the operational processes to handle all those leads, you're probably not going to grow that fast, but you're certainly not going to grow profitably. If you go out and build out all the technology and all the processes and all the systems, but you don't have the revenue, not going to work out well for you. If you spend all your time hiring the very, very best people, and you get them to come work for you, and you hire them, and you pay them the kind of money you need to pay the very best people, but you don't have the revenue, or you don't have the right systems in place, again, not going to be able to grow, and not going to be able to grow very profitably. And too often, we put our time and energy and effort into growing one part of the business at a time, because that's generally kind of how information is provided to us. And with different stages in our business, we'll kind of put all our energy and focus on one thing and get better there, and kind of lose sight on some of the other areas. And again, to grow a really great organization, you need to be growing all the 4 quadrants of your business together. And to do that, you need to have a system that allows you to deal with the whirlwind of your day-to-day that you're working in each and every day, the clients you have to service, the clients you want to go out and get, your team members, your employees, your operations, your system, all the things that are going on. You got to manage all that while you improve your organization, while you improve your process, while you bring in the best talent, while you grow your sales and marketing, while you lay out your strategy. And that's why we built this elite execution system, which really came from me reading and talking to and building relationship with the greatest experts out there, and taking pieces of different systems and steadily putting them together into an operating system that we could grow consistently. I really encourage you, if you really want to grow your organization, to understand, accept the fact that you have to grow the 4 quadrants as we look at it together. And at the center of those 4 quadrants is what can sometimes be considered a 4-letter word, I think, to some, which is discipline. And most entrepreneurs don't really love the sound of the word discipline. But to build a really great organization, it has to be centered around discipline. Disciplined thought, which is your strategy. Disciplined action, which is your operations, and as well as sales and marketing. Consistent actions is usually the most critical factor that's missing in companies struggling to grow revenue. And then disciplined people. You need to have that discipline, and that discipline means consistent processes, consistent meeting schedules, disciplined way of communicating, a disciplined way of setting priorities within your organization, a disciplined way of making decisions. Often entrepreneurs I see, in their mind, they have this really clear vision to where they're going. They can see it. They can visualize what the company's going to be. But the people working the organization have no clue where the company's going or where they're going or how they fit in, because they don't actually have a clear strategy. They don't have disciplined thought. They haven't laid out a clear plan to where they're going, let alone laid out how they're going to do so. And that's what having disciplined strategy is all about. We use a tool that we've developed called the Compass that really provides a clear direction that not only our executive leadership team can use to help direct them, but the whole organization can know where we're going. So really encourage you to focus on building all 4 of these quadrants together. I know it sounds hard, but following a system. Maybe it's a system like ours, Elite Execution System. There's some other great systems out there like EOS by Gino Wickman, or Vern Harnish's system, Rockefeller Habits, and 4 Disciplines of Execution by Sean Covey. And there's different pieces of the puzzle out there that can really help move you in that direction. But understand that you got to grow these areas together in order to build a truly great, enduring organization that can generate phenomenal profits, that can not only build you a great income, a great lifestyle, great wealth, but also allow you to make a tremendous impact for the people in your organization, for the clients you serve, the communities you operate in. And that's what drives me, and I'm going to guess drives you as well. So if you're interested in learning more and kind of being able to get the benefit and the shortcut of all that we've learned and all we've put in place and all we've tested and what has worked and what hasn't worked, I encourage you to go ahead and you can go right to donwenner.com, and you can do a couple of things there. One, you can find our podcast anywhere you download podcasts. You can listen to our podcasts. We'll walk you through exactly how we go about running our elite execution system, building an elite organization by typing in "building an elite organization," the name of our podcast. And then on donwenner.com, you can also download a whole bunch of free tools that'll help you actually put these tools into place in your business that we use to help us build the discipline and the structure to grow our organization. So, and you can find me typing Don Wenner in on any social media platforms as well. So appreciate your time. Hope you got some benefit here, and help you take some action in building an enduring, great, high growth, high profit business.
If you'd like more content on business strategy.
Question: are you using or conducting pre-mortems as part of your planning process? As opposed to a post-mortem, well, no one sets out to fail, but sometimes we do. You set forth your best plan, you go off site and you debate about it and you say, this is what we're going to do for the year. Well, what if instead you fast forwarded to December 31st and took this assumption? You assume that you failed miserably, and you're looking back on the year, but you're doing this in January or February. What caused you to fail? You're assigning or speculating the causes of failure in advance so that you can actually bake the remedies for those into your redone plan.
If you haven't already, check out episode 36, where John Hitler of Evoking Genius explains why your project planning needs a pre-mortem. Well, that's all we have for today. As always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.
This has been Inside Forbes Councils. Please be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you're a member of the Forbes Councils and would like to participate in our podcast series, please email your member concierge. If you're interested in joining a Forbes Council, learn more at ForbesCouncils.com.